name is Nènè, and I'm one of the co-founders of CCMTL, and that means that I'm responsible for communications for the platform, event planning, and creative direction alongside co-founder Keisha Chung, who's my very good friend and a super talented artist and creative. So CCMTL is a platform that celebrates the voices of Black, Indigenous, and people of color through parties, performances, and conversations. Tonight, I'm super excited because I'm participating in Amour is Love 2 that is produced by Never Was Average, and I'm going to be joined by the lovely Fariha Róisín for a conversation about self-love, self-acceptance, and so much more. And there's a beautiful photo exhibit, as you can see here, that accompanies the project, and my dear friend Glosy is also DJing. So very, very excited for this moment.
Je suis Anna Tché, la cofondatrice de The Woman Power. En ce moment, ce soir, c'est Amour is Love, notre deuxième édition dans le cadre de Fierté Montréal. Alors, en fait, The Woman Power, c'est un projet de Never Was Average. Moi et mon associé Harry, on a créé cette plateforme pour avoir plus de représentation dans la communauté, surtout pour les personnes de couleur, et le tout de façon positive et inclusive. Donc, c'est vraiment ça, tous les projets qu'on essaie de faire, c'est vraiment de juste ramener une belle représentation. Puis, étant justement une personne de couleur, une femme noire à Montréal, je trouve qu'il n'y en avait pas. Et c'est ça qu'on essaie de faire petit à petit. Il va y avoir une belle représentation au Québec. Avec Amour is Love, ben, ça le dit, c'est Amour is Love. Notre but, c'était vraiment de créer un événement pour la communauté, mais aussi pour tous les gens qui agissent en tant qu'alliés. Et en ramenant Fariha et Nènè qui vont avoir une conversation ensemble, c'est vraiment de justement, puisque Fariha, c'est une personne qui est très positive, mais qui est très real sur les problèmes sociaux, on a trouvé que c'était une bonne personne à ramener. Puis justement, avoir un panel, c'est différent de justement, on est dans la semaine de Pride, il y a plein de fêtes, événements. Donc nous, on a vraiment décidé de faire un panel un peu plus calme, un peu plus cosy, mais encore là, de ramener la présentation. Puis le focus, c'est vraiment sur les personnes de couleur.
I am Fariha Róisín, and I am doing a wonderful talk today, hosted by Never Was Average, and I'm talking with Nènè, Myriam, Konaté. It's going to be very exciting. I think traditionally POCs have been left out of the conversation when it comes to queerness, and I keep hearing this now more than ever before, but it's always been there, but I think now more than ever before in a Trump era, we need to be having these conversations. When it comes to real, actual representation of queerness in all of its beautiful forms, we don't really have access to that. So, and I think that those experiences get really erased. Like, my queerness gets erased all the time because I present femme. So I just think it's important to be like, what is this really, and what does queerness really mean? And I'm really excited to hear about it and talk about it. I've written for so many publications, so many. I've written for Vice, I've written for The Guardian, I've written for Fusion, I've written for The Village Voice. I've written for a lot of publications, and it's such a privilege to be able to have platforms like CBC, who they had a homepage of me being like, I'm queer and Muslim, and I'm allowed to exist, or I can't even remember what it said, but having access to things like that is a wonderful privilege. Yeah, I still have a podcast with Toronto Film Festival. They love me, which is great. But this season, we're starting a new series, and it's all about representation, again, my favorite topic. And it's about why Asians don't have more roles in Hollywood, which is a perfect tie-in to Crazy Rich Asians, which just came out this week. And it was the first movie, or not the first, but I think one of two movies that had an all-Asian cast in the last 25 years. So we have a lot of progress to make. I have two books that are being published. One's coming out next fall. It's a book of poetry called How to Cure a Ghost. And my debut novel is being released in spring 2020. And it's called Like a Bird. And both of them explore, trauma in different ways, familial trauma, but also trauma being a woman, trauma being a brown person in a very white world, trauma being queer, and sort of how that all intersects. So those are two things I'm really proud of that are coming out soon. But I'm also working on a film. I'm writing a film. And I'm currently writing a TV series. So there's a lot that I'm doing. I think more than anything, heal yourself and find ways to really help the communities that you're in and find a way to make love transform the world.
I'm Spencer. My involvement here tonight is that I took the photos for part of the show. Yeah, that's about it. I think it's important to show all walks of life. I think it's mostly important to be inclusive and to represent that as much as possible, whether it be in regards to gender identity, being a POC, just all the nuances. So I think Pride is important to me because I feel like we need to reclaim that space. I think we need to redefine it and change what it's become about.
Bonjour, je suis Florence Gagnon, fondatrice de Lez Spread The Word. Lez Spread The Word, c'est un organisme qui rassemble, renseigne et fait rayonner la communauté lesbienne au Québec, au Canada. Donc, on a un magazine qui s'appelle LSCW. On a également la série Féminin qui est sur Radio-Canada. Enfin, on a commencé à travailler avec Anna de The Woman Power. Ça fait quelques mois. On essaie de travailler sur des initiatives pour donner plus de visibilité à la culture des femmes et à tout ce qui est la diversité là, qui nous entoure. Donc, que ce soit par des expositions, par des entrevues ou par des séries photos. Pour nous, c'est vraiment de faire passer la culture, l'art et de démystifier l'art au féminin. Mais je pense que surtout dans un contexte que ce soit comme Pride, c'est de montrer toute la diversité qui existe, à même notre diversité. Donc je pense que c'est en travaillant tout le monde ensemble qu'on est capable de donner un meilleur portrait de ce que c'est nos réalités en fait.